Hello dear students, welcome to the computer class of Standard 10. Today we are going to begin our chapter 1 Introduction to HTML, where HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Means today in this chapter we are going to learn about hypertext markup language. First, we will see that which are the topics we are going to discuss today. So, the topics to cover today are computer network, internet, www, use of HTML and internet, and basic structure of HTML document. So, let's move forward to our first topic, that is computer network. Group of connected computers that can share resources is known as a computer network. Dear students, we all know nowadays computers are used for variety of applications, and to work effectively we can connect more than two computers with each other, and very easily we can share resources of such connected computers. So, this group of connected computers is known as a computer network. Now, let's move to the second term, that is internet. Internet is the collection of all these multiple computer network, and that's why it is known as a network of networks. In short, Internet connects multiple computer networks with each other. So now let's discuss both this term computer network and internet with a simple example. Now you all just assume that we have one computer institution, and in this computer institution total 3 computer labs are there, and lab 1, lab 2 and lab 3. In lab 1 total 50 computers are there, and these all 50 computers are connected with each other, and in second lab also 50 computers, in third lab also 50 computers. So separately we are having 3 separate networks on this institution, and these all 3 networks are independent with each other. Now if lab 1 wants to interact with lab 2, for that there is a need of internet. If we have internet connection, then only lab 1 can connect to the lab 2. So like this, to connect computer network, internet is required, and that is why it is known as a network of network. Let's move forward to the next topic, that is www. To communicate effectively on the platform of the internet, a distributed information system exists, that is known as a www, World Wide Web, or web in short. The concept of web was conceived by Sir Tim Berners-Lee when he was the advisor of CERN. CERN is a European organization for nuclear research at the Switzerland in 1991. In short, web is the distributed information system that collects all types of information on an internet platform. So basically, what is the use of web? We all know the internet has a vast platform, and to communicate very easily on the platform of internet, a web works as a centralized location. So all the websites are stored at the web, and from the web we can access all the information very easily through the medium of internet. Now let's move forward to the most important topic, that what is HTML and what is the use of it. We already discussed about www just before, and that www consists of information in the form of web pages, and these web pages are explored using browsers. So now what is browser? Browser is a special application to retrieve and view web information, and on these web pages links are placed to pointing towards different web pages. These links are known as a hyperlinks. Further, we will discuss about hyperlink in detail. So now I think you all are having question that in all these terms, where is HTML? Am I right, students? But dear students, HTML is the core part of all these terms, because as we discussed, www consists of information in the form of web pages, and HTML hypertext markup language is used to describing web pages. HTML is not a simple language, it is a markup language, and in markup language tags are the core part. So HTML document is made up with the two things. First, information or content that we want to display on a web page, and second, text that guiding the presentation of our contents. Now next question is, how can we differentiate both our content and text? So let's discuss tag with an example. Tags are written between left angular bracket and right angular bracket in the form of letters, numbers or words. Most of the tags have opening and closing tags, and content is written between them forms an element. So to understand it well, we will see the example that is written below. Opening angular bracket, title and closing angular bracket. Means we can see that the title is written with the angular brackets. That means it is a tag. Then my first web page, that is our information that we want to display on a web page, and then next again title is there, but here we can see that along with the angular bracket one more sign is there, that is the forward slash sign. So that next title tag is known as a closing title tag. Dear students, in HTML we are having two types of tag. One is a paired tag and second one is the unpaired tag. And in all the paired tags they have opening and closing tags. So here the example is about the paired tag, because we can see here the my first web page, the information is written between the opening title tag and closing title tag. Next, how to make a web pages. So now we are going towards the steps to make a simple web page. So first, before creation of web page, we will discuss that what is the need to create a web page. We need two basic software. First, text editor to create HTML file, and the example of text editor is a Notepad. So many text editor are there, but here we will prefer Notepad. Next, web browser to view the HTML files. Here the example of browser is the Internet Explorer. So many web browsers are there. Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome. You may choose anyone according to your wish. Now one note is available here, that is it is must to save your file with .html extension. So we all knows by default the extension of Notepad file is .txt, and if we are creating HTML document, we has to remember that we have to type the extension as a .html. And here as an example, we written here first, that is our file name, and .html is the extension of our file. Next, structure of HTML document. In every example, whenever you are creating any web pages, you has to follow this basic structure. So first, our HTML document will begin with starting HTML tag. Then after, we have a head tag. In the head tag, we have title tag. This title tag is used to write it down the title of our web page. And then closing title tag, closing head tag. Then next section is the body tag. Inside the body tag, information or content goes here. Means all the information what you wants to display on a browser, that things you has to written here. Then closing body tag and closing HTML tag. So in this basic structure, you can see that HTML document is divided into two sections. One is the head section and one is the body section. So which type of information we will write it down inside the head section? Dear students, in the head section we has to write it down all the information that is related to our web page. Means who is the author, what is the title of your web page, like this. And the body tag is the main part of HTML document, because our web page information, our web page content, what we wants to display on a web page, that we are going to write it down inside the body tag. So this is the simple structure of HTML document. Now let's see one simple example of web page. First, the same structure is there. Starting HTML tag, head section, and inside head title tag. Now the title of my web page is my first web page. Then closing title, closing head, then opening body tag. Inside the body tag, here written P tag. P tag is used to write down the information in the form of paragraph. And here the content is information about HTML. Next, that is closing P tag, closing body tag, and closing HTML. So this is the simple example of a web page, and as a content only one line will come, that is information about HTML. Now the next step is how to save this file and how to see the output in a browser. So let's see the steps here. Save file with first.html on a desktop. Then minimize your notepad window and go to the desktop where your file is saved. Find the file with web browser icon. Double click on that file to see the output. When you will double click on that file, the file will be opened in a browser window and you can see the content, that is my first web page. So it was a very simple basic example. After successfully completion of these steps, try our textbook example about rainbow. Dear students, please try this one. It's very easy and definitely you will enjoy this HTML language. Okay, so first we already started with the simple one, then try to follow the example that is available in our textbook. The next terms we will discuss in a next session. Thank you, students.